Hey guys, what is up? Ryan Fox here, and welcome to part 2 of the WEWALK cane. Okay, well guys, welcome back to my channel, and of course we actually have the WEWALK here. I've only made a small change to it, but I've actually taken the time to really learn everything there is about this cane. Now in part 1 was pretty much my own opinion and just what there was to come within the box, because I didn't really know that much about the product when it came. So let's actually go over the cane right now. So obviously it actually does come with the shaft of a cane, but you can attach your own cane to it. And basically what that is that you actually have to take the bungee from your cane, undo the knots, and then you just slide the handle off, and you have to kind of maintain that bungee cord so it's not gonna be sucked all the way out of the shaft of the cane. With that little screw that comes with it, which is basically on the end of this cane as well. Basically you just attach that to your own cane, again redo the knot so it's not going to come out, and you just use that to screw this into the cane. And that's a wonderful thing about this, is that if you need to charge this, the shaft comes right off. And of course it comes with this screw end, but there's also another one that comes in the box, so you actually have two. So if you need to, you can always take this one off and put that onto another cane, and you also have a spare just in case. And of course everything that you need is actually in the cane handle itself. This is where all the technology is, as well as the app. Now I am going to do a part 3 to this video, which is just focused on the app itself. But today we're talking about the cane, as I have actually had time to mess around with it and really learn about it. So what I've actually done to learn more about this is I've actually looked up different videos. There is a guy on YouTube, his name is Sam, and his channel is called The Blind Life. And he actually does review different products, and one of them was the WEWALK cane, and that's where I originally heard about the cane. So I actually looked up his videos again and really studied what he was talking about, as well as what I have done for the cane myself. Now the cane, if you are interested in getting one, there are 2 ways of getting it. Step 1 is you pay for it with your own money. The downside to that is that it's very expensive. But if you actually contact WEWALK, what they can do is they can actually set up kind of like a fund for you that people donate money toward your cane. And my cane itself, when I actually got put onto this, took me about a week and a half just to get this cane. It was that fast. So basically you can actually get this cane no cost to you. Just contact WEWALK and say, look, I'm interested in the cane. What do I need to do in order to get it? And then they can actually walk you through what's needed to be done. The WEWALK cane itself, so it actually does come with a USB to a mini USB cable. That's your charging cable. It does come with a power brick. And basically at the end of the cane right here, you can see that there's a little slot. And if you're fully blind, there you can feel where the slot is, so that you can actually put the mini USB part in that. And it actually charges. It doesn't charge too fast, but I mean, that I would just charge it on the day where you're not actually going out. If you're going out, what I would do is I would definitely charge it overnight, and then the day of just unplug it, and then you got a full charge to last you throughout the entire day. If you're going to use your cane the entire day, the battery will get drained from this a lot quicker. However, if you are wise and you only use the battery of the cane when you're using it, and then say like you're in a store and you're not needing to use it as much, with the function of the cane, I would turn it off. So that way you're just using it as a cane itself, which is basically what this whole thing is. It is just a cane. It's just that the cane itself, I would say, in my opinion, is more for when you're actually walking outdoors and actually doing the routes that you need to go from point A to point B. And of course, on the cane here, you can actually see this little circle, this hole right here. Well, I would say it's recessed more than a hole. This is the sensor. If you get the cane, do not touch the sensor. Because if you touch the sensor, if you keep putting enough pressure, then you can damage the sensor, and you don't want to do that. There is a little light right here. This tells you if your cane is connected to your phone, that is powered on. And the cool thing about this cane that I actually like is it actually has a horn. So as you're walking in like, say, like Walmart or something, and you have the cane turned on, you can actually honk your horn and be like, hey, I walked it here, kind of thing. So I like that. It also has a touchpad right here. That's what this little square area is that I'm trying to outline with my finger. That's a touchpad, and they've actually designed the cane so you can interact with the app of the phone just by using that touchpad. And they've designed it so that it's the same gestures as you would get on an iPhone. So if you're an iPhone user and you know what those finger gestures are, basically you'll be able to use this no problem. If you don't know how to use the iPhone, that's not a problem. They actually can set up a one-on-one session between you and one of their workers, so you can actually learn how to use the cane by itself. Now, of course, there are these two raised areas right here, and as you're walking with the cane, you're going to put your thumb in between that. Or, depending how you use your cane, you can actually have your finger in between that. But I prefer my cane because that gives me a little bit more extra grip on the handle itself. As for the bungee cord, I actually put a little notch at the end here so that I can actually properly fold my cane up, and I can actually have the bungee cord actually hold it closed just like you would on a regular cane. Now, of course, it did not come with the nut on it first, but I actually decided to put the nut on there, and actually I can put that aside on the table, and it does what it's supposed to be doing with a regular cane. It holds the cane closed. It also comes with a covering. The covering is actually mostly to protect the cane for when it rains. Now, I would recommend, and the company definitely recommends, that you not have the cane turned on while it's raining, and even if you have the cover on. The reason being is because you don't want to have all that water going into the cane and frying up the motherboard that's inside of it. So what they recommend is you turn the cane off, have the covering on it, and just use it as a regular cane. That's mostly, in my opinion, if you're out and about, you're walking to your destination, all of a sudden it starts raining, have that cover on you, turn your cane off, and just walk all the way to your destination just with your cane. The beautiful thing is about the cane and the app is that you can actually go to a location and it gives you step-by-step instructions on how to get there and when you get there. And I absolutely love that. But the beautiful thing of that is that it helps you with your O&M skill, your orientation and mobility, so that when you do that route enough times, you don't really need the cane for that route anymore, because you've already walked it enough times, you've already made your mental landmarks, and basically you can get to that location as many times as you want. If you do forget, the beautiful thing is that you can actually use the cane again. Pardon me. Of course, you can actually use the app by itself. Now, the app, if you just want to use the app the way that the app is, will actually cost you some money. So you can actually pay a monthly fine or an annual fine. Not fine, but fee. Sorry, my apologies. but you pay a fee, either a monthly or an annual fee. And then you can actually use the app the way that you would like. However, if you do decide to get the cane and use it for its intended purpose, you can actually use the app absolutely free. The minute the app connects with the cane, immediately makes you a Prime member. So you don't need to pay for it. So in my opinion, I think it's better to get the cane and use the app at the same time. If you're just wanting to just use the app and you're a guide dog user, that's absolutely fine. I would still get the cane because, again, as a guide dog user, there are some days where the dog just says, look, I don't feel like working today, and you have to leave the dog home. Guess what you're gonna have to use? The cane. And the cane is definitely gonna help you. You can actually learn how to get to your work a lot better with the cane, with the app telling you how to get to your work or your location, wherever you are deciding to go. There are also days where the dog is sick and the dog has to stay home just so that it can actually get better and it can take its time to rest and everything. Again, the cane is good to have because you're going to need to use your cane when your dog is out of commission. That does rarely happen if you do have a guide dog, but it does happen every now and then. And of course, you need to use your cane skills. The dog itself is not actually designed to replace your cane, it's just an extra extension. But again, sometimes your dog will actually be out of commission, whether it's just not wanting to work or if it's sick. The dog will have to stay home and you have to use your cane. Now, of course, there are a whole bunch of other functions with the cane and the app together, but I really wanted to get into part 3 of this video because there are so many things with the app that work with the cane that are so beautiful. For example, you can actually be walking down the street and say you know your bus route, but sometimes you get a little turned around and you need to know where your bus route, your bus stop is. There's a function on the app where you can actually mark the location of your bus stop. So say you're standing next to the bus stop. You can actually mark that location in the maps of your app and you can name it as bus stop or bus stop 1, bus stop 2, or bus stop going to home, or bus stop to get off at home. However you want to label it, you can actually do that. So when you actually click on My Places on the app, that will actually show up and it will tell you how you get to that bus stop. And when you get to the bus stop, you can actually jump on the bus, take it back to your home, and actually mark the next bus stop that you need to get off at. Also, there's a whole bunch of other stuff with the cane itself. The beautiful thing is the fact that it does vibrate for everything that is low hanging. Basically, the bottom part of the cane actually functions as a regular cane. So everything that is below your waist is 100% the cane and 100% your orientation and mobility skills. However, the handle itself, as you're walking, if you're walking and all of a sudden there's a low hanging branch in front of you or just coming up to you, the cane will vibrate. I'll let you know, hey, there's something that's just going to come up in the way. You might want to be prepared and put your hands up so you might be able to feel where that branch is. So that way you're not going to get a face full of leaves and twig and all that nastiness. You're going to be able to be alerted, hey, there's something coming up. It might be a sign, it might be a low-hanging branch, it might be something. It gives you a heads up saying that there's something in front of you and just be aware. Now, of course, has a gray kind of rounded rectangular button. This is the on-off switch to the cane. Now, the beautiful thing is that you give it a long press, it vibrates, and then you hear that little tune. That tune will actually signify to you that your cane is now turned on. If you don't want the cane to be turned on, a long press again, cane vibrates, and then you hear that tune again, except you can tell when it's on and off because the tune, it kind of goes in an upward direction sound-wise, da 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 da, and then when you turn it off, you hear the tune again, but it goes da 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 da. So the lower tone of that tells you that it is turned off. But again, you can feel the vibration saying that, hey, you have done something with the cane. Did you want it turned on or off? But at least that chime will let you know whether it is turned on or off. Now, of course, with the cane, it did come with a Bluetooth earpiece. And that Bluetooth earpiece actually connects to your phone, so you can actually hear the app. Gives you full-on instructions of what you need to do for your cane. Now, of course, there are two functions with the app itself when you're actually going to your location, and that is to have your directions in a text format, or you can actually have it as a GPS map. The cool thing with the map is that you can actually alter it for a color contrast that works better for your eyes. So you can actually have it where it's just a regular color. You can actually have it so that it's a black background with white lettering and everything, or you can have it as a black background with yellow lettering, however is easiest on your eyes. So they definitely have taken that into consideration, which is absolutely wonderful. If you're fully blind, you don't need to worry about that, but you do need to make sure that your O&M skills are up to par, and that you can fully functionally use the app. But again, you actually get training on that. So if you need it, you can actually set that up with WEWALK, and they will help you out. So this thing is absolutely wonderful with the vibrations, with what you can do with interacting with the app on the touchpad, the fact that you can feel the vibrations. Again, has the sensor right here in the center. You can actually set it up where it's really sensitive, not so sensitive, or just occasionally sensitive. You can actually set it up that way through the app of your phone. One thing is that you have to make sure that the cane is connected to your app. There is a button, that's pretty much like one of the main big buttons that's at the top of the list, is Connect WEWALK Cane. And the cane will let you know whether the app is connected or not, as well as the app will tell you whether your cane is connected or not. So you have a two-way street of knowing whether your cane is connected with the app. So absolutely wonderful. I really love this cane. There have been days where I have given my dog a break from guiding me, and I've actually gone to different locations. I have marked those locations, so it's in the areas that I like to go to, as well as just been able to show it off at my work. My work has definitely seen it. The dog training team, one of our trainers is very interested because they have a friend that's actually visually impaired and wondering what would be best for them. So I'm actually going to show them. Well, I mean, I showed them the cane, but I'm actually going to go over the app to show them how easy it is to use the app as well as the cane. I have let them know ahead of time that if you don't have the cane, you have to pay for the app, but if you have the cane, you don't need to pay for the app. It's actually free. Free to download, but it will cost you money if you want to use the app just by itself. But again, my opinion, get the cane and you can use the app absolutely free. And again, of course, they actually set up a campaign for you, so you can actually get the cane very quickly, as well as the fact that it's just no cost to you. So basically, this is a pretty awesome gift to get from WEWALK. And WEWALK, with the people that I have been working and talking with, they have been absolutely wonderful, and they have also asked me to be an ambassador for them. And honestly, that is a huge honor, and I'm definitely going to be talking with them what I need to do in order to become an ambassador for the cane, and that's pretty awesome. So basically that's it for the cane right now. This thing is absolutely amazing, but part 3 will be coming up soon, and that is strictly just about the app. Now, of course, I actually did figure out how to record the screen of my phone, so you guys will be able to see everything happen on the phone, and I will have my voiceover turned on my phone so you can actually hear everything that is going on. So part 3 is coming up soon. This is part 2. I hope you guys loved this video. Now, if you guys did like the video, please smash that like button. Also, comment on the video if you have any questions about the cane, or to contact WEWALK or anything like that. Please leave that in the comment section down below. And as always, if you are new to my channel, please consider hitting the subscribe button. And if you did hit subscribe, then go ahead and hit the bell, because the bell will give you notifications for every time I upload a video. That's pretty much it for me from now. I hope you guys are doing good and staying safe, and I will catch you in part 3 of the WEWALK cane.